Good morning, Big Brother fans. It is Monday, February 12th, and we are less than 2 weeks until the end of the Big Brother Celebrity Edition. It's going fast. So, I guess, it started Wednesday, right? Last Wednesday? Yeah, we got less than 2 weeks to go. Well, at least we know it's not going to be boring, right? My head it's not really hurting, but I want to say my head is hurting because my neck is hurting from all the changes and flip-flops and my goodness. So last we talked, yesterday afternoon, I think. I don't know what I told you last time we talked because things have changed so much. I can't tell where I was at this point yesterday. Ross had been talking about backdooring Shannon. First of all, the chips have to be drawn. They never drew for Power Veto players. They still haven't drawn, and now they've been told they're not playing Power Veto until live tonight on the show. So we've gone from they're going to play, they're going to draw names and they'll play yesterday to we haven't drawn names and we're not playing till tonight. Now, we were all pretty sure they were playing yesterday. If you think about it, if they play the Power Veto, I don't know. I don't know which is better. Is it better to play it live because it takes less time? Or is it better to play it ahead of time and then they can edit it together to make sense? Frankly, maybe it's better to play it live and then it's over and done with in like 5 minutes instead of spending 10 minutes segment on it, because as it is, they're not going to have that much time. They're going to have to do a recap. Here's where things stand. Draw names. Maybe they'll draw names today at some point. They have to show the drawing of the names, unless they just plain cut to the things. We've done it. Here's who's playing. I don't know. And then do that competition. Then have the ceremony. Then have the live eviction. I mean, it's basically like a live show. I mean, like a live eviction show. Not a live eviction show. It is a live eviction show. A 1 day, a double eviction show, kind of, except for only a single eviction, because it's all going to be live. Yeah. I don't know who's going. I really don't know. Ross is currently, when he went to bed, he wasn't going to try to backdoor Shannon because that would keep Omarosa and Keisha still both in the house, and they'd be coming for him. Even if he backdoored, masterminded the backdooring of Shannon. You don't think if Shannon doesn't go, you don't think word's going to get back to her that, oh, by the way, all day Sunday, all we talked about was getting rid of you? Shannon hasn't talked a whole lot of game with people. She's been like, I was trying to get audio clips for our opening that Scott's putting together for tomorrow night's podcast. By the way, next podcast is tomorrow night. And Shannon doesn't talk a lot of nonsense. She talks game when she's talking, or it's just, she's not very entertaining in the house. No offense, Shannon. She knows the game like the back of her hand, but she isn't super entertaining to watch on the feeds. And that's fine. You can be a great player and be boring on the feeds. I can think of a couple that have been that way. But when you try and get audio clips, it doesn't help. And she actually had a good time. I don't want to knock Shannon. I have to admit, I have a soft spot in my heart for Shannon. I want to see her do well. Because I know what a big fan of the show she is. I also want to see Ross do well. I keep saying that, and I will continue to say that. I will be pulling for Ross and for Shannon until they are out of the house. I just will. I have a certain level of loyalty to the two of them because of how I've known them through Big Brother. I don't know either of them, but I air quotes know them because of Big Brother. So, yeah. So Ross doesn't want to go after Shannon as of last night. That could change. That'll flip flop again. It's a super high speed version. It's for sure. I mean, they're alliances. Liquid 8 on Twitter commented that it's like a alliances are good for 24 hours at best. Ross was telling Ari that he's had a day one final two agreement with Mark. Well, so he could never put Mark up. But just yesterday, Mark literally said to Marissa and Ross, "I'll go up as a pawn." And I don't think he was doing that for show in front of Marissa. I think he was honestly saying, "I'll go up as a pawn." So Mark's willing to be nominated. So for Ross to say, "I can't nominate Mark because I have a final agreement with him," isn't necessarily true. Oh, again, head spinning. So there's going to be an eviction tonight. We know that for sure. Somebody's leaving. I don't know who yet. Oh, I will say one other thing, and I may talk about this in the show. Man, they're keeping. They need to get rid of Omarosa. I don't. This is not a personal thing, but she's just got a presence about her, and watching her on the show last night and in the house and the clips I've gotten for her, she's now again, remember where I stand, where I'm at on people in the house. She's got daggers pointed at Shannon. Her mission is to ruin Shannon's game in the house, and doing it like, going up to her and saying, "You don't want to be known as the bitchy backstabbing girl in the house. That's what you're doing to yourself." And that clip was like, I only have concern about you. I'm not worried about me. I'm worried about you. Just the manipulative way that she's done some of this stuff. It's like, whoa, Omarosa is not someone that you want to be on her list. You do not want to be on Omarosa's list, because when she locks in on you, she makes it her mission to chip away at and she's chipping away at Shannon. Every chance she gets with other people, she is just shoving Shannon under the bus, kicking her back under before she has a chance to climb out. And she's doing it in this whole, I'm worried about, Shannon's, she's going to be perceived as, she's going to have this perception. That's how people are going to look. No one else is saying that Shannon's going to have their reputation, but she's suggesting that that's what everybody else is thinking. Yeah. I think Shannon's playing a really hardcore game. I don't think she's going to get a reputation of being a mean, bitchy, backstabbing girl. But if you listen to Omarosa, you'd think that was the case. So, yeah, man, Omarosa. Oh, she, and the thing is that she won't probably get out of the house anytime soon. Yeah. Oh, we'll talk about it tomorrow night. And see what everybody has to say, or what Scott and Colette's thoughts are. There's a whole other stream of thoughts about her being out of the house for like 18 hours, and the fact that she appears to have at least somehow gotten access to TMZ, where she saw a thing where Malcolm Jamal Warner, who was Rudy's brother on the Cosby Show, he made a comment about Keisha. Somehow Omarosa heard about it or saw it, because she passed that information back to Keisha yesterday in the house. She basically, I've got the audio, whether we play it or not, I don't know, of her. You hear her mentioning Malcolm's name and going to the floor, which I think is the equivalent of going to the mat, really defending your honor. Made it sound like she somehow knew that Malcolm was defending Keisha's opinions or thoughts on Bill Cosby versus Trump, the whole thing that Omarosa did. So anyways, yeah, Omarosa had, it seems to me, some extra information that she was able to get a hold of while she was out of the house. Now, I don't think it's game-changing information, but just the fact that she got it is kind of like, It's annoying. I don't know. That's what I got for you guys. It's definitely Big Brother on I wouldn't say steroids. I'd say it's Big Brother on amphetamines, and they are going hard. And then there's so that's the thing. Do you say, oh, Ross and Shannon are playing way too hard? But then again, they're playing with people who have no idea how to play the freaking game. You know, you had Shannon saying during the bowling thing, they showed it on TV, you know how to play this, right? You know what you need to do. It's like she's having to do that during the game in front of people because these people are clueless on how to play the game. Is that a good or a bad thing? I guess that's something that I always wanted, but Shannon's trying to set it up to make it to get the people out they want, or some people want, and not sure. I'm not sure. It's she's trying to play the game well, Shannon, and she knows so much about the game that that it makes it appear that she's playing it even harder than I think she is, or that she wants to. But she's also sitting there watching, these people. It's like, wait. You need to do, if you do this, all you got to do is do this, and it'll be better. And just those minor corrections could make a huge difference in the way her game goes, or her and the person that she's trying to help, their game go. So, and that comes across as, oh, she's playing it so hard. Yeah. All right, I'm rambling as usual. You guys have a good day. All right, I'm trying to think if there's anything else to tell you that I know about, and I don't think so. Once again, we're doing our live podcast Tuesday, just because we've got to get we have to have stuff to talk about, and if we do have to do a podcast tonight right after a live eviction, it'll be worthless information that we'll be handing out a day later. Okay, I'm done. Talk to you guys later. Have a wonderful day. And all that stuff. Bye.